Let's start today's practice at the top of your mat. Bring the hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart space, connecting with your Ujjayi breath. As you inhale, reach the hands out and up. Bring the palms to touch as you gaze up. Exhale as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, take a rise to halfway, Urdhva Uttanasana. Your exhale, deepen that fold, taking the ankles or the calf muscles. Inhaling, bending the knees, rise up to stand, gaze up, palms to meet. Exhaling, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale as you rise to a halfway, Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale as you again deepen into that fold. Inhale, bend the knees, rise up to stand, reach up, gaze up, exhaling as you fold back down. On the inhale, you rise to a halfway, flat back. On the exhale, you plant the hands, step or float back to your plank. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, lift the chest, shoulders down the back. Exhale, Ardhva Mukha Svanasana. Take your time in downward dog to find that length through the spine, that length through the hamstrings, slightly wrapping the triceps back and a soft bend into the elbows. You can walk those heels down towards the earth. You can do anything that feels good in this pose. And maybe that's just stillness for one more breath. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, rise up onto those tiptoes. Draw the buttocks back towards the back of the mat. Take the gaze forward, and your exhale, step or float it forward between the hands. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up, gaze up, palms to touch, maybe a little back bend. Exhale as you dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands as step or float through your vinyasa once again. Inhale as you rise, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale as you draw back, downward facing dog. Long, deep inhalation and a complete exhalation. On your next inhale, rise high up onto those tiptoes. Round through the upper back, gaze forward. On your exhale, step or float the feet between the hands. Take an inhale as you rise, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, reach up, gaze up, palms to touch once again. Exhaling, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, plant those hands. Step or float it back through your vinyasa. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, shoulders draw back. Exhale, Ardhva Mukha. 3 deep breaths. Continuing to connect to that alignment. On your inhalation, you can rise high up onto those toes. Exhale, step or float it forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, stand tall. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back. Vinyasa. Inhale, rise, open, lift. Exhale, draw back, downward dog. Right leg lifts up as you inhale. Exhale as you open the hip. Keep the leg long and see if you can drop that left heel towards the earth. Take an inhale, lengthen. Gazing under that arm. On your exhale, you can bend the knee, draw that heel towards the buttocks. Inhale as you extend that leg long, square the hips, rise onto the tiptoes of that left foot and draw that knee in towards the nose on your exhale. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1, rise up, lift those hands up. Make sure that left back foot is at a 45-degree angle and the heel draws down while the left hip draws forward, tucking the tail, the navel draws in. Reach through those fingers as you inhale and exhale as you soften and bend into that front knee. Take that gaze up, reach up, palms to touch. Exhale as you bring those hands down to frame the foot. Step it back through your vinyasa. You can choose to keep that leg lifted. Inhale. Exhale, draw it back, downward facing dog. Take one breath to adjust. Your next inhale, lift that left leg high, point through the toes. On your exhale, open that hip up, keep that leg long. See if you can ground down through that right heel. Take that gaze slightly under and then drop that left shoulder down. As you exhale, bend that knee, draw the heel towards the buttocks. Continue to draw that chest back towards the thigh. Your next breath in, you can find that length through that left leg. Square the hips. On your exhalation, draw that knee in towards the nose. Lightly plant the foot, Virabhadrasana 1. Reach up. You draw that right hip forward. Bend into that left knee. Ground through the outer edge of that back foot. Draw the navel in as you tuck the tail. Inhale as you find length through the side body. Exhale as you soften into that front knee. Inhale as you reach up, find that length, that mini back bend. Exhale as you bring those hands down to frame the foot. Step it back, either flow through your vinyasa with that leg lifted or drop. Meeting in downward dog when you're ready. Take a deep breath in to adjust and complete breath out to be still. Inhale, rise high up onto those tiptoes, gaze forward, bend the knees. Exhale, step or float it forward between the hands. Inhale, rise halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, palms to touch. On your exhale, hands to heart space, Anjali Mudra. Deep breath in, and complete breath out. Inhale, Utkatasana, sweep the hands up, drop the buttocks, tuck the tail, shift that weight into the heels, lift through the chest, drop the shoulders down the back. Take another inhale as you find that length, and exhale as you soften the glutes towards the heels. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, airplane those arms. Bring the chest just to hover above the thighs, draw the shoulders down the back. On your next exhalation, you can bring those hands towards the earth, plant them, rise up onto the toes, find your Bakasana crow pose, snugging those knees in towards the triceps or armpits. Find that length through the spine, gazes down on the floor. Take one more full breath in. On your exhalation, you can step or float it back through your vinyasa. Meeting in your downward dog. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, draw that knee in towards the nose, maybe to touch. Step the foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, reach up, gaze up, palms to touch. Exhale, folding forward, hands to frame that foot and step back. Flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, rise, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your next inhale, take the left leg high, reach through those toes. On your exhale, draw that knee in towards the nose, maybe to touch. Plant the foot, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, rise up all the way to the top of that breath in, palms to touch. Exhale as you bring those hands down to frame the foot, step it back, and again flow through your vinyasa. Take any modifications that you need as we build that heat in our practice. Meeting in downward dog, take one breath in to find your alignment.
And breath out, find stillness.
Inhale as you take that gaze forward, bend through the knees, up onto the tiptoes. Exhale as you step or float the feet forward. Inhale, halfway flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rise Utkatasana. Soften the shoulders down the back. Tucking that tail weight into the heels. Maybe shift that gaze up, reach through those fingers. Exhalation, folding forward over top of the legs. Take an inhale. Bring those hands out in front. And come back into your Bakasana crow pose. Take 3 breaths once you find yourself in this pose. And whenever you're ready, you can shift back to flow through that vinyasa, either stepping or floating back. Meeting in downward dog when you're ready. Take 1 breath in and out. Take that right leg high on your inhale. Reach through those toes. Keep the hips squared. Exhale as you draw that knee in towards the nose, maybe to touch. Plant that foot between the hands, rise up. Virabhadrasana 2. Back heel down to 90 degrees. Exhale as you soften into that front knee, keeping that knee in alignment with the ankle. Reach through those fingers. Draw the shoulders onto the back as you inhale. Reach those hands up, palms to meet. Lengthen through that right leg. On your exhale, shift that weight to the back of the mat, Skandasana. Open up the palms of the hands, left hand down, right hand reaches up. You can flex through that right foot, but continue to lift that calf muscle up off the mat. Inhale as you gaze up, open. Exhale as you sweep that right hand down, come into your evolved Parsvakonasana. Keep extending through that right heel. Engage the glute, reach through those fingers, maybe open through the heart a little bit more. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring that hand back down and around, come into your Vashisthasana side plank. You can reach the hand forward or reach it up towards the sky. You can take any variation that you like in this pose. Keep pushing down through the outside edge of that right foot. Maybe you take tree pose, or maybe take the fingers towards the toes, if that's available for you. Be mindful that that right hand is underneath the right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhalation, you can begin to release that foot and take it behind the right leg, coming into your wild thing. Left foot stays down, those hips reach up. Can adjust into your Urdhva Dhanurasana if this is an option for you, or continue to lift through the hips, the chest, gazing towards those fingers, maybe lifting up a little higher onto the toes. When you're ready on that exhalation, you can find your way into downward facing dog. Inhaling deeply in through the nose, exhaling completely out through the mouth. Inhale, you can lift that left leg to the sky, point through the toes, keep the hips squared. On your exhalation, draw that knee in towards the nose, maybe it touches. Inhale as you find that length. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw that knee in towards the nose, shift that weight forward. Inhale as you rise to your crescent lunge. Drop the shoulders down the back, gaze up, palms to touch. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the heart. Twisting over to that left side, tuck the right tricep to the back of the left knee. Push firmly through those hands as you gaze back, or you can open the arms up. If you'd like to take the bind here, you can. Reaching through those fingers, gaze up towards the thumb. Extend through that right heel. As you exhale, sweep the hands down and around, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale as you sweep that left palm up, reverse the warrior. Exhale as you come into Parsvakonasana. Right hand reaches up, ground through that right heel. Gaze up towards those fingers, open through that right side body. Maybe reach that right hand forward. As you exhale, shift back, Skandasana. lifting that left calf muscle from the earth, opening those palms of the hands up, gaze up towards the sky. As you exhale, turn back to the top of the mat, frame the foot, step it back, three-legged dog, inhale. As you exhale, shift forward to that high plank, keep the leg lifted as you lower through your vinyasa. Inhale, dropping that foot, lifting the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And cleansing breath out. Left leg goes high, inhale, rise high. Exhale as you draw that knee in towards the nose, plant that foot to the top of the mat between the hands, rise up, Virabhadrasana 2. You can inhale as you find that alignment, heel to the inside of the arch. As you exhale, soften a little deeper into that left knee. Inhale, reach up, palms to touch, extend that front leg and shift back into your Skandasana. Opening the palms of the hands, opening through that left side body, flexing that left foot. When you exhale, bring that left hand down. Come into your revolved Parsvakonasana. Opening through that right side body this time, extending through that left heel. Draw the inner thighs together. Take another inhale. On your exhale, you can sweep that hand down and around. Come into your Vashisthasana, side plank. On the outside of that left foot, reach up through that right hand. Take that variation here if you'd like. You did it on the other side, that tree, or to take the toes. Or maybe even just reaching that hand up over the head. Take 2 breaths in, out. And again in, and on your exhalation you can plant that right foot behind the left, come into your wild thing, or adjust to come into your Urdhva Dhanurasana. Lifting those hips up high, lifting the chest up, drawing the navel in, and gazing towards the hand or hands. Rise a little higher up onto the toes. And then when you're ready, on the exhalation, you can begin to come back to that downward dog. Walk out the feet if you need to release the spine. Inhale as you take that right leg high, point through those toes. Exhale, draw that knee in towards the nose. Inhale, find length, keep the hips squared. Exhale, draw that knee in, maybe to touch. Inhale. Exhale, draw that knee in and then plant that foot to the top of the mat. Inhale as you rise up for that crescent lunge. Extend through that left heel. On your exhalation, you can bring the hands down towards the heart space. Twist over to that right side, left tricep tucks behind the right knee. Either pushing firmly down through the hands here, gazing over that right shoulder, or opening the arms up, taking the fingers down towards the ankle and the right hand up. If you'd like, again, you can take that bind. Deep breath in. And on your exhalation, you can begin to sweep that hand back and down, come up for your Virabhadrasana 2. Soften into that right knee. Inhale as you reach up, reverse the warrior. Exhale, Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Soften the hips, ground through that left heel, reach that hand forward, gaze forward. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, Skandasana to the top of the mat. You can open up those palms of the hands as you gaze up, and then switch those hands to the top of the mat. Left leg goes high, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, draw forward to that high plank and lower through your vinyasa. Inhale, lift up, open. Exhale as you draw back into a child's pose, softening the buttocks towards the heels. Soften the elbows, the palms of the hands. If it feels good, you can shift the hips side to side, just releasing through the lower back. On your next exhalation, rise up into table.
Shift back onto the toes, bring the heels to meet. Splay the knees out wide and then soften the elbows towards the floor and the chest between the thighs. Relax the head, chin into chest. Breathe. This variation of Malasana. Take one more breath here. And we'll begin to prepare for headstand. So you can bring the elbows out a little further away from the body, interlace the fingers, the crown of the head onto the earth, with control lifting the legs to find your variation of headstand. Keep the elbows tucked in beside the torso. And when you have those legs extended, engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, contracting. If you like, you can splay the legs open, you can flex and point. You can take any variation, maybe shifting the legs forward and back, bending the knees, or taking eagle legs if you feel that calling you. Just playing around with that balance, that stability, strength within the core. Maybe taking a little twist. And how is the moment for you just to play around? See if you can take 5 or 10 more breaths here. Maybe you bring those legs down to 90 degrees and hold at that right angle. And just with control, you'll slowly make your way down. Come into a short child's pose. Maybe the arms tucked beside the body, towards the heels. Allow the body to adjust. And slowly begin to rise. You can begin to walk those hands back out underneath the shoulders for table. And coming back into downward facing dog. We're going to continue to play to finish up our practice. So maybe it's that you'd like to practice that donkey kick. Maybe taking 5 or 10 repetitions, drawing the heels as close as you can to the buttocks and shifting that weight over top of the wrists. Maybe you're able to extend the legs or hold the knees at that 90 degrees. making your way however you wish to sit at the top of the mat. You can come down onto your back and find happy baby. You can begin to extend through the heels, lengthening through the hamstrings as you rock side to side. And you can finish today's practice by coming into a twist, dropping the knees over to the left side. Right shoulder drops down, gaze to the right fingers. Come back through center. Take those knees over to the right side. Left shoulder comes down, gaze over to the fingers of the left. Breathe. And begin to return to center. Again, release the legs and come into Supta Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together. Bring the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a cleansing, clearing breath out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, you can come into Shavasana, palms open, tucking the shoulders onto the back of the mat. Open heart, open mind, open body to receive the benefits of your practice today. I invite you to deeply relax with every breath out. You can begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, awakening the body. You can reach the arms up over the head as you lengthen long. Take another deep inhale, expand into the belly, up into the ribs, the chest. And a cleansing, clearing exhale, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze. When you're ready, you can roll over to the right side of your mat, maybe using that arm as a pillow. And then use that left hand to help you come up to find a comfortable seat, grounding through the sit bones, finding length in the spine, the palms of the hands on top of the knees. Soften the shoulders. Bring the hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart space. And bowing the head down towards the hands, towards the heart, honoring yourself and your practice. And then bowing down towards the earth, giving thanks for this support, for this guidance. And then rising back up, thanking you for your practice today. Namaste.